Hello folks, I hope everybody had a great day today. I'm doing a retake on a video that I made some time back, and this is my crossbow 101. A couple of weeks ago I took an old trolling motor that I had taken off my boat and put another one on, and it was sitting in the garage just collecting dirt. And I took that old motor guy to a pawn shop and I made an awesome trade. Here's what I wound up with. I wound up with a brand new Barnett XP 380 crossbow with a 4-power by 32 scope on it. I'm going to try to put this around here and see if we can get that scope to show up. There it is. The line across here for 20 yards, 30, 40, 50, and 60. So it's all set up, folks. So I want to show you, just so you know what I'm working with here. This is the sleeve off of the box, and there is the specs on it. I'm going to leave it there for a few seconds in case you're interested. It's not the most powerful crossbow in the world, but I have a friend that shoots one that's a little less than this, and he said he's never lost a deer with it, and only 1 or 2 pigs hit the camera with the box. So when I got it, it was not put together. The limbs were not attached to the frame. The quiver was not attached to the rail. I'm going to pull the quiver off. It just snaps off. One thing about the quiver that I wish was different, it mounts this direction. I wish it was one that had the mount this direction. It was crossways, so it was up front, out of the way. But we're going to be happy with like it is. When it, like I said, the arms, the arms were not on it, but to attach it, there's a screw right there that has to be put in place. Well, no, it's on the other side. It's not there. It's right there. There's a bolt right there that has to go in, but it has to be lined up on this side with the locating pins and the sleeves that it goes in. One important thing when you put a crossbow together, be sure that you slide the strings down in the channel. And then the string that the knock sits in has got to be on top. So don't do what I did. When I first tried to put it together, I just was slapping it on. I didn't slide the strings in here, and it wouldn't line up with all 3 of them up on top. You have to get them in the right place, okay? So just a little bit of, I guess you could say that kind of excited and wanting to get it going. So there you have it. I just want to run through a few things. It came with the quiver. It came with 2 bolts, 20-inch bolts, and they only had field tips on them. So they got 100 grain field tips for target practice. I have got ordered a couple, I've got 3 ordered. I ordered the same bolt as these. These are Headhunter XPs, 20 inchers. And that's what I've ordered, but I've ordered them with the lighted knocks so that whenever it goes through that deer and hits the ground, it will be able to be easy to be found. So I'm not sure which color, if they're green or if they're red, but I'm getting the activated knocks. I'm also, excuse me, and for my hunting tips, I'm getting mechanical broadheads. They're NAP, Spitfire sling blades. They have 4 mechanical blades that deploy, and it's a brand new broadhead. So I'm excited about using them. Be sure that if you buy a crossbow and you use mechanical broadheads, make sure that they're rated for whatever feet per second bow that you've got. You don't want to underrate them because they will deploy. They might deploy before they got to your target. So they're on the way. And as I said, the quiver mounts right here on the side. Be sure if you're right-handed, you put it on the right-hand side, so when you grab for the trigger, your hand can go up between the bolts and the frame. You don't want them out here in the way. If you have them on the left side, it's going to be hard to get a hold of the forestock and hold on to it, because it'd be in your way. If you were left-handed, it would be like that, and that is not comfortable. So be sure that you do that. One other thing I like about this bow, it has these guards here so that you don't get your fingers wrapped up. That is not the place to have your fingers. Never get your hand inside the triangle. The triangle is from the limbs, from limb to limb, and then back to the trigger. If you have your hand down in there, you could lose a finger or mess something up. Always load from out at the tip. So you take your arrow, you just do this for purposes. Take your arrow, hold it up close to the tip, and then slide it down inside. It's not like so. It's just, this is just kind of relative. But if you're holding up here, you're out of the way of the string because it only comes to right there. So you'd be safe going there. So be sure not to grab it at the back and try to put it in back here, because if you have your hand back here, you could get hurt if something misfired or if it wasn't caught good or something. Just stay in a safe place is the only important, that's the important thing. Okay, so just tell you that also, if you see this apparatus right here, I mounted this on here a couple of days ago. It's got some screws that tighten up. I'm going to be mounting my little camera on top. So I'm going to take it and shoot it here pretty quick. Not tonight, but I'm going to be shooting it. And when I do, I'm going to take picture and video of it and see how it works, because when I go hunting this fall, I am going to use it and to film my hunt, and hopefully we'll be showing you a pig or two, maybe a big old monster buck or a nice doe, something to fill the freezer. So folks, I just wanted to share that with you. The stock also on this crossbow is adjustable. One thing I haven't showed you yet that came with it, and all of them have to have some kind of a cocking mechanism. I would have been happy if it had had the crank that you just crank up, but it didn't. So that's what you have your loop here on the end for. When you stand that on the ground, you put your foot in there to hold it down, and then you take your rope and put your ropes on the strings, like right there, right next to the frame, one on each side. Now what I did on mine, because sometimes whenever you maybe get in a hurry and you need that second shot or whatever, they only work one way properly. And that's with the hooks. There's the hooks right there, with the hooks facing away from you. So right there is the way that it would go down on the crossbow to pull back. So what I did, right, red for right. The left hand is not painted. I took some fingernail polish and I just painted that one red, so whenever I grab my rope, I don't have to wonder which way I've got it if I've got it backwards, because it is not easy to cock it if you have them reversed. So I painted this one so that I know, kind of like a battery, red's positive, that goes. Right for red, that goes. So there's just another little tip that you might want to think about if yours has, if you get one, and it has the rope on it. Now, I could, and maybe one day whenever I get some extra money, I don't know what extra money looks like, but if I had some extra money right here, this hole right, well, let's see. I think on this crossbow it's this one right here that you mount the crank, and what that does, you just hook your rope up, you turn the crank, and it will cock the crossbow, because remember, it takes just a little bit of pressure, about 85 to 90 pounds per side to cock it. So it's 180 it's 180 pound draw weight, so it takes about 85-90 pounds to draw it, to cock it. It also has, the safety is right here. When you cock it, it's always off safety until you draw the string, and the string will cock. When it's cocked, it will automatically go into safe position. Then you just push that forward. It's ambidextrous, left or right on this crossbow. And as I said, this scope on here is a Halo 4x32. It has, I think I mentioned it, oh I did, it's got crosshair for 20 yards, 30 yards, 40, 50, and 60 yards. I doubt that I will take a shot over 50 yards this season. I would like to take a 20-yard shot just to be sure, but one day I hope to get good enough that I would feel confident and say taking a 50 or 60-yard shot on a big, nice buck. But we will see how that goes. Baby steps at first, and I want to thank you for watching. I want to thank you for subscribing and for commenting. If you got questions, let me know. I'm going to be posting some more videos on this, and I hope you stay tuned. Invite your friends to watch. If you have comments or suggestions, please don't hesitate to let me know. I'm open to suggestions and whatever might work to improve my channel, improve my videos, and draw more attention. You have a blessed day. God bless. Thanks for watching. See you soon.